Hello everybody, it's Nick here. I wanted to vlog today about the decision I made about social media, which some of you may or may not have seen. But I made a decision a few weeks ago to pretty much come off social media. It's not a puritanical decision. I'll give it some context in a minute. But it's really interesting because what I was finding is that I was falling into a bit of a trap. And the trap is that rather than social media being an enabler for me, enabling me to reach out and connect, enabling me to share, enabling me to learn, it was becoming a bit of a master. It was trapping me, and it was actually distracting me from some really, really important stuff that I needed to do. I was procrastinating, and what I was finding is that rather than focusing on stuff each day that effectively would make my boat go faster, social media was definitely, in all intents and purposes, actually stopping my boat. So I'd been thinking about this for a while because I think particularly in lockdown, I'd been getting into a position where it's just so easy to get distracted. And I was scrolling Instagram and, spending so long looking at other people's sparkly lives, I was probably forgetting to live my own. The marketeers do a brilliant job on Instagram, by the way. I was getting pulled into so much stuff and just buying lots of things that I really didn't need. On LinkedIn, I was spending huge amounts of time scrolling through, and yes, I'd be learning interesting stuff, but there is a problem when it's at the expense of creating your own stuff or focusing on the things that that are really your priorities. And most importantly, what I found was the quality of my work was really beginning to suffer, because what I was doing is I was becoming managed effectively by social media. So, as you probably know, there's a word count on LinkedIn. And rather than taking the time to actually write, a complete article or all of my thoughts down, I would be thinking, how can I get it into that word count so that I can get a post? And then the next step from there is, rather than coming from a place of genuine authenticity and saying, what is it I want to say? What is it that's on my mind? What is it that I want to share? What is it that might be really of help to somebody? I was starting to think, oh, I didn't get very much engagement on that post, and I was starting to be driven by what I thought people wanted to read, and that really affected the quality of my work. And I think that had been it had been slowly creeping up on me for a little while. And all of a sudden I realised that, I hadn't started writing the book I was meant to start writing months ago. I hadn't worked on my website. I hadn't created some new services and methodology that I've been chomping at the bits to do, and it's all here in my head, but it's not anywhere else. I hadn't been having some of the conversations I was meant to be having, hadn't been doing some of the training and development that I was meant to be doing. I got this enormous list of things that I've committed to because I know that they are really, really important to me to enable me to create the type of business and do the kind of work that really makes my heart sing, and therefore can really add enormous value, because it's really the sweet spot. And it suddenly dawned on me one day, the thing that actually cemented it was I went on Instagram one morning and I'd got this whirring in the back of my mind. One of the things that had really clarified and solidified this realisation was I've started working with a coach, Emily Davidson, Emily Davidson Coaching. She's just amazing, amazing, amazing. She's this wonderful, beautiful soul, intrepid explorer, holds such fantastic psychologically safe space, and at the same time just gets you to take those little steps. And I realised that out of that process was like, I'm really distracted and I'm really not focusing on the things that really matter to me. And then I went on Instagram this morning and I saw a post by Pamela Anderson, of all people, and she said basically, this is my last ever post. I'm not posting on social media anymore because I'm really, really content with my life the way it is. I don't need to justify it to anybody. I don't actually need to share it with anybody. I just want to get on and live it. So I'm just not going to do this anymore. And that really resonated really deeply with me. And I was like, oh, wow, that's deep. That's deep, that she is so comfortable in herself and in her life she just wants to immerse in it. And I'm actually really busy being distracted and missing some really beautiful, important stuff and opportunities and experiences that are happening right in front of me. Now, all of this doesn't mean that I've completely banned myself from social media. I have banned myself from the pretty sparkly pictures on Instagram. I do hasten to add, because they really weren't adding any value for anything to anyone. But what I've decided is that it's about intent. So social media to me is a brilliant marketing tool. It's a brilliant knowledge sharing tool, and it's a brilliant I can't think of the word, I'm having one of those moments. It's a brilliant form for actually gaining knowledge and understanding new perspectives, and so forth. And I've met some wonderful people on it. So I don't want to just not do it, but not at the expense of doing the things that are really important to me. So if I post things on social media, it's got to be coming from the right place. It's got to be with the right intent. So one of the big things I did, actually, I don't know if anybody's seen James Victoire has done a course about how to get shit done. It's brilliant. I mean, I really like James Victoire. I really like him. I know he's not everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody is everybody's cup of tea. That's the way life is, right? But he's got this course on how to get shit done, and it's about perfectionism and procrastination and all of those things, and it's incredibly helpful to me. It's really hit at the right time. So I have gone back to basics, and I've said, what is important? What is the stuff that I want to work on in order to be able to be to create as much value I can in this world, and to be of service in a way that I want to be. And it is about doing much harder thinking around the services I want to offer and the work I want to do. And it is about actually putting a pen to paper. And you know, on James Victoire course, I only have to write 10 minutes a day. So I have finally started writing my book, and it's only 10 minutes a day. And of course, I generally do more than 10 minutes because you get into that flow. But because it's only 10 minutes, they're really short, small steps, so it's easy to do. And when I have stuff to share, when I have created content, when I have written something that is genuinely and authentic from my heart, and it is genuinely making my boat go faster, then I will share it. That is absolutely fine. Then I can have, you know, a period of time where I share that on social media, and I've really cleaned up my feed to make sure that, you know, I'm engaging with people I really want to engage with, and I'm reading stuff I really want to read. And I think that's the point. You know, it's about being really clear with yourself about why you are on social media. And I was on it because actually I was distracting myself from the stuff, from doing the work, from doing the stuff that I really need to do. And this is in no way, shape or form saying anybody else should or shouldn't. You know, it is absolutely what makes your boat go faster. Okay, do you know what your boat is? Do you know what makes it go faster? And are you doing that? And I was a bit fuzzy on all of those questions, and I am getting clearer on those questions now, thanks to the coaching process with Emily, and also some wonderful coaching I'm doing with the fabulous, beautiful angel Kate Griffiths, particularly around using colour to really deal with some very deep-seated stuff, actually. In actual fact, both Emily and Kate are very different people, but they both really get to some very deep-seated stuff, which are things that subconsciously was stopping me and I didn't even know. But are you on social media for the right reasons or the wrong reasons? Please have that honest conversation with yourself. There is no wrong or right, and then use it in the way that helps you be true to yourself and helps your boat to go faster in whatever way that is. And I realised that I needed to change the way I was interacting with social media in order to do that. So I've taken a step back, and I will I will come back into it on a healthier basis. I think that's the best way for me to describe it. And I hope that's really of help to somebody somewhere. Take care. Bye.